Well, Coach, I know that this is a really exciting time of the year for you. How much fun is the Combine, and how much do you enjoy this part of the process?
I do enjoy this part of the process, and it is a process. You get in here and you have certain kind of committee meetings or whatever. The workouts start with the special teams, the kickers and the punters, which we're about to do, and then it just kind of works on through, and it's the same every year. You see the same type of people, but then you meet some new people, new coaches and stuff, walk the same paths, still get lost between the hotel.
It's really difficult.
It's really strange, but you find your way here, you follow the crowd, and it's football. It's a chance to evaluate these young guys, get to know them a little bit on the field and also in the interviews. Hang out with our scouts and coaches, as we're in that interview room between interviews, and just talk and laugh and tell stories and get to know each other even better. So it's all really positive.
I know that you're still learning these guys, through whether it's through tape or through the meetings, but what so far stands out to you about this draft class?
The thing I've noticed, Garrett, over the years is that the guys are ever more in great shape, ever more fit, ever more healthy, ever more serious about football. Even from a standpoint of, there's always going to be, behavioral things, and you look at issues that people have, but I've seen fewer and fewer issues like that. I think the colleges do a really good job of preparing them for, for the next step of life. It's just something in football. I think football has really continued to grow that way. And I'm just more impressed with these guys every single year.
Number 6 pick. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about that over the next few months, really. When you look at that spot, is there more pressure, more excitement, when you look at it, having as high of a pick as you've ever had here?
More excitement, definitely. I mean, absolutely more excitement. It's not, you don't want the pick because of what it means. But once, now we're in this situation, there's players that are available to you that you would never even think about. And over the course of, 8 years, we've never even thought about these guys that we're talking about right now. They were never even in our conversation because there was no way they were going to fall to us. We want to be back in that situation again real soon, But for right now, it's exciting to look at these guys and know you have a chance to add them to your team.
Some of the guys you're talking about are playmakers. We hear the word playmaker a lot.
Right.
You've talked about it. Every team in the NFL is looking for playmakers. I want to know from you, what does that mean to you? What does a playmaker look like to you?
Well, it's a difference maker in the sense of a player that can make a play on his own, that can do something regardless of the situation, that can beat a one-on-one block or even a two-on-one block, or that can go make a play over a defender. A running back that, it's not just the scheme that gets him free. I mean, there's a lot of good running backs that can run through a hole and run fast through a hole and really look good. But how about when there's no hole? How about how many tacklers does he make miss? Now, Woody Hayes, way back, if you read Woody Hayes' book, he evaluated a running back by how many tacklers he left in his wake, period. It didn't matter. If the hole's there, anybody can run through it. So guys that can make plays on their own, quarterbacks that can make throws under duress, receivers that can make catches when they're contested, and then make somebody miss and go make a play and score on their own. Go up and catch high balls in the red zone. Those are things that really are the difference-making plays that you have to have in the National Football League, and that's what we're looking for.
You bring up Woody Hayes. I'm glad you do that, because there's a guy that some of the mock drafts right now has taken, and that's Joey Bosa,
right.
Ohio State. I'm curious.
Nice segue.
You like that? You like that transition?
Done. Yes.
I'm curious from you, how would you explain that pick to your brother?
Oh, hey, man, he can help us win. Jim would understand it completely. We interviewed an Ohio State and a Michigan State offensive lineman last night, and I told him that my brother was happy that they were coming out. But, they're all great young men. It doesn't matter where they come from, and as long as they love football and they fit the bill to be Ravens, that's what matters.
Lastly, I'll leave you with this. Number 6 pick comes on the board in April. What position is the best player available?
What position is the best player available?
You always say you're going to take the best player available. So what position would that be in a dream scenario for you?
Oh, that's a good question, but I can't divulge it would give away too much of our strategy.
Yeah, I had to try.
It's a good try, but everybody, I've never been kind of shy about what we need.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows the positions that we're looking for, and the good news is that those positions, there are some guys. So, there are guys that can make a difference for us on defense at a couple positions, and there are guys that can make a position for us on offense at a position or two, and you know what those spots are.
Hey, Coach, we appreciate the time. We'll let you watch the kickers and the punters behind us now.
All right, Garrett, thanks, man.